Oh boy, we have two new powder foundation under $15, so you know we gotta do comparison. Hello my friends, Jetronist here. In today's video, we have two new powder foundation that are very popular right now. And of course, you guys know I had to do a comparison video between the two because I like to compare things. Now get this, both of these two powders are under $15. What? Yes, talk about saving some money. If you haven't seen my other two powder foundation comparison, I will link it here. I'm pretty sure you already seen it because I have hyped one of those powders so much and that video kind of gained views. So thank you so much for watching if you already did. So comparing the two, first we have is from e.l.f. This here is the Camo Powder Foundation versus the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Press Face Powder. So starting off with the e.l.f., this does retail for $11 USD and it does come with 0.28 ounces or 8 grams. The best part about this powder foundation is that there are 30 shades to pick from, which is so amazing because hello, e.l.f. is very affordable, and the fact that they can produce 30 shade, you will definitely find something that will match you for sure. And by the way, I am in the color light 240W or warm. Now onto the description of this powder foundation. It does have a primer infused buildable coverage giving an airbrush finish. It's long wearing, it's medium to full coverage, natural to semi matte finish. It is good for all skin types, non-comedogenic, and it is cruelty free. It is also formulated without talc, phthalates, and parabens, and also other ingredients that I cannot pronounce, so I will link it here. I quickly want to mention the packaging because packaging is very important to me, and I have to say the packaging, very sturdy. I mean, this is giving me like M Cosmetics vibe. Let me grab it. So here's a compact from M Cosmetics, and as you can see, they literally look the same. The compact, love it. e.l.f. is definitely stepping up its game. I mean, this feels really luxurious for the price point, and I'm pretty impressed so far. Now lifting the compact up, you do get a nice size mirror, which is not warped, so that is nice. And you do see the product itself. Underneath the powder foundation, there is the hidden compartment where you store the little puff, which I do love, so the puff doesn't really get dirty when you're not using it. To apply this powder foundation, you just simply use a sponge that comes with it to build a coverage like an airbrush finish. I'm pretty sure you can definitely use a brush with it, but we shall definitely see it in the demo video. Moving on to ColourPop, this does retail for $14 USD and it does come with 0.30 ounces or 8.5 grams, so it is a little bit more than the e.l.f. one. And it does come with 18 shades to pick from. I am in the color light number 7. Now 18 shades, I have to say that is still pretty reasonable. So the description of this powder is that this powder does claim to be a super silky, buildable, and cream powder blend down to the skin-like natural finish. Perfect to wear alone, setting makeup, or for touching up throughout the day. It is infused with sunflower seed extract and cucumber fruit extract to help with hydration and softening the skin. It is cruelty-free and it is also vegan, so that is good. Application-wise, if you do want a lighter coverage, they do recommend you use a fluffy brush, or if you do want more of a full coverage, definitely use a sponge that comes with the powder foundation. The compact itself is giving me like a Marc Jacobs vibe. Let me quickly grab it. This is the one from Marc Jacobs, and as you can see, they both look very similar in terms of the shape. The ColourPop is just a little bit smaller than the Marc Jacobs. Now in terms of packaging, it definitely does feel a little bit lighter, a little bit cheaper than the e.l.f. one. Can you hear it? Yeah, the component not as sturdy, but then again, it is under $15. What do you expect for the price? Now opening the compact up, you do have to pinch down a little bit to lift it up. So if you do have longer nails, this might be a struggle. For me, I don't have long nails, but I find that the opening was a little bit hard to open. It does review a nice size mirror, but the mirror is a little bit warped, so it does give you that like headache feeling. I don't recommend you use the mirror. As you can see, it does come with this little cute puff that comes with it. Sadly, this compact doesn't have a hidden compartment like the e.l.f. one, so your puff will definitely be getting dirty a lot more faster than the e.l.f. one. Here is the powder foundation. It is a nice size, so there we have it. I quickly want to swatch both of these two powders, so starting off with the e.l.f. one. It definitely does feel really silky and smooth, almost kind of like a balm in a way, but the coverage, can you see that? Oh my god, it is super high coverage, so I'm pretty sure a little bit does go a long way with this product. Now on to the ColourPop. Let me give you a nice swirl. So this one does feel silky and soft as well. The coverage is kind of there too. Maybe a little goes a long way. So with all the information out of the way, let's get into the demo now because I'm excited to see how well this works on my skin. We are up close and personal again, and as you can see, I have been, breaking out a little bit. Excuse that. I'm pretty sure you're familiar with my videos by now, so I am going to apply the e.l.f. on one side of the face and the ColourPop on the other side, just so we can see the difference between the two. I'm not going to apply any foundation, just so I can see how well the coverage of these powder work on my bare skin and over concealer. So with that being said, let's get started. I am going to go ahead and apply some concealer to spot treat my little acne scars going on because it's not cute. So I'm done spot concealing. I didn't want to really cover too much just so we can see how well the coverage of these powder are. I have been seeing a lot of people apply this powder with the sponge that comes with it, and the coverage is there. I've seen it. But realistically, on an everyday basis, I mostly apply powders with a brush, so that's what I'm going to use. So we're just going to tap it a little bit. Ooh! So based from that quick tap, you can see that the product did pick up a lot on the brush. Let's begin. Oh, wow. Okay, you guys see that? Wow, my skin looks... I'm very impressed. The coverage is definitely there. It looks like I'm wearing liquid foundation, but I'm not. It's the powder. All right, let's do the forehead a little bit. Ooh. The fallout is pretty real. I don't know if you can see it, but okay. So first application passed the test. I'm really loving it. I'm gonna go in a second round just to see where's the coverage at. Oh boy. e.l.f. is not playing, you guys. e.l.f. is not playing. I'm so shocked. $11 for this? Oh. So here's a quick close-up of the second application, and as you can see, you do not need any more. This definitely goes a long way. I kind of feel like you probably don't even need to wear foundation if you're gonna wear this powder because, I mean, let's do the other side with the ColourPop and see how well it performs. I did get a clean brush. Let's do a little swirl. It did pick up some product onto the brush, so that is good. So this is the first application. The coverage is definitely there. I will say this color may be a little bit too light. I'm gonna go in a second round just to see if this is buildable or not. Second attempt. It's definitely buildable. All right, so here's a quick look between the two. What do you guys think? I do love that both powder is really matte, so I do have high hope for this that it will work for my oily skin. In terms of coverage wise, the e.l.f. hands down full coverage, okay? Like a little bit does go a long way. The ColourPop is more of a medium to full. It is very buildable. It does look a little bit more natural than the e.l.f. one. So I am going to wear these two powders for maybe 4 to 6 hours. Usually I can kind of tell if a product is working for my skin within those time frames, so hopefully I don't look like a grease ball. So I'm going to be back and give you guys a quick check-in.
5 hours later.
We are back with a quick check-in, and it's been about 5 hours since I've been wearing these two powder foundation onto my face. I did go ahead and apply a little bit of bronzer, a little bit of highlighter, just to see how well it would work with the powder. So this is the e.l.f. one, and then this is the ColourPop one. Yeah. Now let me feel both of my face. To be honest, both sides still feels pretty matte. Like it feels really silky. It doesn't feel heavy at all, so it does feel really lightweight and airy. Now I do have a little shine here. I'm going to blot it just to see if there's any oils. Here's some blotting sheets. Here's what it looks like, and to be honest, they kind of look the same. The e.l.f. one may be a little bit oilier. To be honest, I get pretty oily from anything. So this is pretty good for having it being 5 hours. So I'm very impressed. I don't feel as greasy compared to other powders I've used in the past. So that is really nice. That says a lot. All right, so I'm gonna scoot back and give you guys my final thoughts on which powder foundation works the best. And yeah, let's see which one wins. All right, so I'm scoot back and I'm ready to give you guys my final thoughts on these powder foundation. And if I had to be honest, okay, if I had to be honest, I actually like both. I think both did such a great job at giving my skin a nice airbrush, flawless look to it. I really love both sides of my face. I really can't complain. I know some people are gonna come for me in the comments, so if I only had to pick one, I definitely go with the e.l.f. one just because it's $3 cheaper. There are, what, 12 more shades to pick from compared to the ColourPop. The packaging is a little bit nicer and the coverage is definitely there compared to the ColourPop one. So I definitely think the e.l.f. one won this round for sure. I can definitely see why so many people have been loving this and hyping this product up because it is so good for the price point. Now, don't get me wrong, I definitely still love the ColourPop one as well. I think the ColourPop one is a little bit nicer if you want a little bit more of a natural finish because it is buildable. Keep in mind, there are only 18 shades and it is $3 more than the e.l.f. one. But yeah, this one is also great as well. If you are picking up the e.l.f. one, make sure, you use a light hand because a little bit does go a long way. A little concealer, a little powder, you're good to go. Everyday wear, very nice. For the ColourPop one, because it is a little bit more buildable, you can definitely get away with using a liquid foundation underneath this powder, and I think it will definitely achieve that high coverage that it will give with this powder. So there we have it. Looking back in the demo video, when I was applying the powder foundation onto my face, I did notice that my face looked super white, or it looked a little bit more lighter. So I was a little concerned that I picked the wrong shade, but after having the powder kind of settle down and then having it mixed with my natural oils, I feel like it kind of matched me pretty well with both. That's a quick tip though, just wait it out a little bit, have it do its own thing, and you'll be good to go. You can find these two products at the Ulta website or even at the Ulta store. I have seen it on the gondola, so you can go in and do a little test swatch to see which one will match with your skin. Now currently on the e.l.f. website though, they don't have all of the 30 shades. I definitely think all of them are sold out. Not sold out, but they're not available yet. I definitely think they are still in production. When you do go to the ColourPop website, you will definitely find all the shades available for you to select. So there you have it guys. Those are the new powder foundation from e.l.f. and from ColourPop. And I'm just completely blown away by both of them because the coverage is super there. And for the price point, you just cannot beat it. The drugstore makeup is just literally stepping up its game. You really don't need to buy expensive makeup to achieve that nice flawless look anymore. Drugstore, it's winning my heart. I hope this video is helpful for you in determining which product you should definitely buy. With that being said, if you're new here, please consider subscribing to my channel. Give this video a thumbs up because it will help me in the long run. And of course, I will talk to you guys soon in the next. Have a great one. Bye.